just making us work this morning.
Hey, any chance I get.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
You ready for my joke?
Yes.
It's a short one.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so there's these two blondes. I'm blonde, so I can tell this joke. There's two blondes, and they're working on a ranch, right? Or a farm. And one of their bulls dies, okay? So they know they have to go get a new bull. So they have $500. And so one of the blondes goes out looking for a bull, and she finds a bull for $499. So she thought that's a good idea, so she buys it. But she needs to get a message to her sister that she needs to come and get the bull, right? But she's only got $1 left, so she goes to the messaging place, the telegram place, and she goes, how many words can I get for $1? And she says, 1. And so she goes, okay, give me comfortable. And the lady just looks at her like, how is comfortable going to let your sister know that she needs to come get the bull? And she just looks at her very puzzled, and she goes, don't you understand? Come for ta bull. If you say things slowly, it makes a different idea, right? All right, well, anyway. Last week we were talking about our sword. Has anybody been using their sword? Oh, good. I got some hands out there. Good. Because I have a feeling this week we might need to use our swords to stay out of fear this week. Because I don't know. I didn't used to listen to the news. I was much better off when I didn't listen to the news. But since I've become a minister, I figure I need to know, because you people listen to the news. And I know things are sounding pretty chaotic out there. I know there's a lot of troops in Washington, D.C. I know there's troops from China and Canada and Mexico. So what I want us not to do this week is to get in this place of fear. I want you to use your sword so we can stay in this highest vibration that will bring love and light into the world. But we got to stay out of this fear. If we can sing songs, if you do whatever you need to do to make that connection to the love and the light, stay out of the judgment, stay out of the unforgiveness, because the world needs us, the people, the light people who are here, to stay in this place of light and love. And one of the things I didn't tell you last week is all the benefits that come from getting outside this box and staying in this place of light and love, using your sword, staying there. So I'm going to tell you about Psalms 90 that's in the Bible, because these are the benefits we get from staying one with God, staying in that place of peace, staying in that place of love. So it starts out, Lord, Thou hast seen our dwelling place in all generations. Oh, I'm reading the wrong one, sorry. Psalms 91. He who dwells in the protection of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. He who dwells in the protection of the Most High. He who stays in the love and light and doesn't go in this box. He who stays connected to his power that is within him shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So do you know what that means? When you're in somebody's shadow, that means somebody's right in front of you, right? So you're in the shadow of the Almighty. God is right in front of you. God is right there protecting you. God is right there showing you the way, as long as you stay in this place, this highest place, the secret place is what they call it, of the Most High. Then God is always right there. That's what this is saying. God is always right there. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him I will trust. So if God is right there, in Him I will trust. I will put my faith. We're not going to fear. We're staying in faith. Now, a lot of times we like to use our faith with the condition that we get what we want. I put my faith in God and I want this to happen. I put my faith in God because I want this certain outcome. But that's not the way faith works. If you're putting faith in God, you're getting your fingers off control. Taking your fingers off control if you're putting your faith in God. And you just say, I have faith in God, period. No matter what's going out there in the world, no matter how many troops are showing up, what do? We put our faith in God, knowing that there is a divine answer, knowing that there is a divine outcome. And we don't know what that outcome is, but God does. So we have to open that space to say, well, I have faith that there will be whatever you think should be is not the way to do it. The way to do it is to say, I have faith that the right and perfect outcome will manifest because God is in charge. That's the bottom line. No matter what's going on out there in the world, no matter what they're saying on the news, the bottom line is we have faith in God. We have faith in God. Again, God stands right before us, protecting us, showing us the way. And you must trust that. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of a fowler and from vain gossip. So this beautiful white light, this beautiful love will protect you. It will protect you from the snares of the fowlers. Those are back in the days when they're trapping birds. They're using traps. So when we feel like we're trapped, when we feel like there's vain gossip going on about us, you know what? When you get out of this place of judgment and you stay in your light and love, in that holy presence that is within you, none of that affects you. None of that even stirs any emotion in you because you know who you are. You know that you're the light of the world. You know that you're the love. You know your power. So why would any gossip or anybody trying to put me in a trap win? They're not going to. They're not going to. As long as we stay outside that box. So you shall not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the conspiracy that spreads in the darkness, nor for the pestilence that wastes at noonday. So listen to that. Listen to all the benefits that come from doing the work. The benefits that come from using your sword, from using your denials, from using your affirmations to stay outside that box. Listen to all these wonderful things. For thousands shall fall at your side and tens of thousands at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. It will not come near you because you're at a higher vibration. You're in that love and light. You're in that place where you're protected by the shadow of the Almighty. Thousands shall fall at your side, tens of thousands at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. So I want you to hear that you're the only one that's making the choices that puts you in that love and light all the time. You're the one choosing to stay out of fear, to stay out of judgment, to stay out of unforgiveness. You're the one choosing to stay out of unlimited thinking. All right? So I have to tell a little story on myself this morning. I got here and the computer is not working the way it's supposed to be working this morning. Tells me there's some kind of error message. So the first thing I go to, of course, is a little bit of fear. Well, how are we going to record the service if I can't get the computer to work? All right, so I go into the prayer service, I let go of my frustration and my fear, and what happens? I get in touch with all these different ideas that are out there in the universe, and I get the message, just use the camera. The camera can record without that computer. Just use the camera. All right, so I stayed in my place. I got out of the fear and I got the answer just like that. Before I came out of there, I knew the answer. So God will deliver us. It says, only with your eyes shall you behold the reward of the wicked. So there is divine justice in the world. There is a divine power of justice in the world. And the people who do bad things are you reap what you sow. So those who are doing things that are not in alignment with the truth will experience that themselves. So there is divine justice in the world. For thou, O Lord, art my trust. Thou hast established thy habitation in the highest. There shall be no evil befall you, neither any plague come near your dwelling. So listen to that. And that statement really reminds me of the story of Moses, with all the plagues that happened there. And none of the Israelites were touched by any of those plagues, not one of them. Because they were not in a place of fear. They were not in a place of fear. But the Egyptians, they experienced all those plagues. For he shall give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. Why would we not do this work to get out of that box? When you will have angels, messengers of God, charge over you to keep you in all your ways. They shall bear you up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the viper and adder, and you shall trample under the foot of the lion and the great serpent. Because he has loved me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He has known my name. And that's the whole thing with the story of Moses. When he sees the burning bush, he asks, who is it who's talking to me? Who is this power? And he gets an answer. He says, it's I am that I am. That's that recognition of God that is within us. I am that I am is the God expressing in you. Recognizing that you have that power. Recognizing who you are. That's all we have to do. It says, he shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in his time of trouble, and I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Those are a lot of promises. A lot of promises that make it well worth using your sword of denials and affirmations to stay out of these 4 areas in life. Fear, judgment, limited thinking, and unforgiveness. There's so much benefit to it. So much. You heard all of them. You are protected. You have angels. You have divine thinking. You've got touched into that intuition. The intuition that knows the truth. Your intellect, your logical thinking is never going to know the truth. The truth comes from your intuition. The truth comes from within you. So with all the different news stories out there, I think on YouTube you could find anything that says what you want to believe right now. Right? You can find all sides. You can find all kinds of different stuff. So what is it you're going to believe? What is it you're going to believe? There's 2 sides in our country. Neither side is even close to having the same story. Which one are you going to believe? We can no longer trust what is outside of us. We need to be spending time in prayer and meditation and connecting to that intuitive voice within you so you know the truth when you hear it. You're not waiting on somebody else to get the truth for you. You're not listening to 50 different YouTubes to hear a truth that you want to hear, right? You look within. You look within and you follow that wisdom. You follow that intuitive voice that lets you know when you hear the truth. Or it will tell you the truth from within yourself. You will get an idea, you will get inspiration, you will get some kind of message. She says you get all the angels, which are messengers of the truth that are within yourself. You have all that ability within you. You have that truth within you. We don't have to go looking to the news. We don't have to go read a million different books. We don't have to go look at 100 different YouTubes to find the truth. The truth is right there within yourself. The truth you know. So listen to that intuition. Listen to that wisdom that is within you. Those infinite ideas that are within you. My logic wasn't working this morning. My logic says we can't record because the laptop wasn't working. But all I had to do was get quiet and be still. And the little message comes. You got a camera. You got a camera. You don't need the laptop. So just think how many times during the day when something feels like you can't do it or it's not working, if you just got quiet, quieted your mind, and just allow the answer, just allow the truth to come. No truth comes on the outside. It all comes from within yourself. So that's how we're going to get through this time. We're going to get through this time working on our own wisdom, working on our own intuition, working on staying in that place of love and light, singing, rejoicing that you're here at this time of this great transformation, singing that you're a part of it, singing that something new, something better, something amazing is being birthed. We are giving birth to a new state of consciousness, but we're going through the growing pains, the labor pains right now of doing that. Because there is so much light in the world right now that the darkness cannot stay. The darkness has to be healed. And that's what we're going through right now. All the chaos, all the negativity, all the corruption is now coming to the surface so it can be healed, so we can move on to something that looks like heaven on earth. We have enough people with the right consciousness to get there. But we have to get through this little transition time. And that is the most important time for us to stay in our truth. It's just like the Israelites going to the promised land. Well, we have a promised land ahead of us. So where are we going to go? Are we going to the fear that we don't like what's going on? We want to stay where we are. We don't want to move forward. We just want to hide in our house and let everything else be taken care of. Or do we want to stand in our truth as Moses did, as he tried to talk all the rest of the Israelites to do? To know that the promised land, yes, it had giants on it, but the giants were not going to win. God always wins. Love always wins. Light always wins. So that's why it took them 40 years, because most of them were in this place of fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of these giants that really had no power over them. So that's where we are. We're in this transition phase where we can leave the past behind. And we can create something new. And yes, it's looking a little chaotic right now. It's looking a little scary right now. But this too shall pass. It will pass. And those of us that know the truth, that can stay in this place of light and love, we use our swords to get rid of any fear, to get rid of any judgment, to get rid of any hatred that is in our hearts, and to move forward to this place of light and love, to move forward to a peaceful world, to move forward to what Jesus calls the kingdom of heaven. He's always said the kingdom of heaven is at hand, which means it's right in front of you. It means it's right in front of you. But we're the ones that have to do the work. We're the ones who have to stay in the highest level of love that we can, that highest vibration of love, to uplift the rest of the world, to uplift the rest of the people, to uplift all those people who are hurting, all those people who are angry, all those people who are lost. It's our job to radiate love and light into the world. It's our job to radiate that feeling of peace into the world. It's our job to stand up and do what we've been put on this planet to do. Jesus tells us not to hide our light under a bushel, but to let it shine. Let it shine. And I know that's not always a safe feeling, but you are. You just heard a whole verse that tells you how protected you are under the Almighty, that you have angels, that He's going to deliver you from everything, that you are protected in every way. If we choose to stand in who we are, which is love and light. A divine expression of God, made in His image and His likeness. Open to an infinite world of possibilities. All right? But instead of fear, we have to stay in faith. And you have to keep that faith no matter what's going on out there. No matter whether you're getting your answer to it or not. We have to stay in our faith that God is here, that God always wins. Love always wins. Light always wins. We have to be able to stay out of judgment because we don't know. We don't know the answer. We don't know the big plan. So whatever's happening, we just have to know is for our highest good. Because God's love and wisdom is working through each and every person on our planet to create the highest and best outcome. And I don't know what that outcome looks like. You don't know what that outcome looks like. We don't know what has to happen in order for that outcome to happen. So we just stay out of it. We keep our fingers off of it and we let the world, the universe do what it needs to do. We have to be out of unforgiveness for all those people who we think have hurt us. We use that sword because really when we hold on to unforgiveness, the only person we're hurting is ourselves because it takes us out of this infinite realm and puts us back in this little box, and then we wonder why our good isn't happening. Well, our good isn't happening because we're stuck in here and our good's mostly out here. There is some good in there, but if you want greater good in your life, you have to remove this box. There's no other way around it. So I think that's what our world is going through right now. We're going through this stage, like I said, where all the corruption, all the hatred, all the things that are in the world that are not of God are being shown to us so that they can be healed, so they can be renewed, so they can be transformed, so we can create this new world of love, joy, peace, and prosperity. And we will get there. We will get there. But you've got to stay out of the fear and stand in your faith. You got to stand in your faith strongly now more than ever. Holding to that faith, knowing that God is in charge, knowing that your love makes a difference, knowing that your peace makes a difference in the world. You can walk into a room of a chaotic meeting, and just one person who walks in that room with a consciousness of peace can change the entire atmosphere of that room. Well, if one person can do that, what would a room of 30 people do, or 100 people? We can change the world. But we have to stay in that place of peace. We have to stay in that place of love. We have to stay in that place of faith. That place of faith, no matter what is happening. So Jesus also tells us, to him who overcometh, I give to eat hidden manna. And I don't believe Jesus is talking about food. Hidden manna is not food. Hidden manna is spiritual ideas. Hidden manna is spiritual connection to the truth. I will give that to you. I will give you spiritual understanding. I will give you spiritual ideas. I will feed you all the spiritual information you need to those who choose to overcome. That's the key there. Those who choose to overcome are not in a place of fear. They are in a place of faith. And he will give to them a white stone, which is a clean slate, a new opportunity to do all the things that you want to do. And on this stone, you write a new name, which no one knows except for the one who received it. That's in between you and God. That new name, whether it be I am, whether it be I am love, I am joy, I am peace, I am the Christ. You get a new name. You get a whole new life. So it sounds like to me it's worth doing the work, right? It's definitely worth doing the work. So let's go into prayer and meditation. Let's just close our eyes and relax. Let's take this moment to surrender any fear, any judgment, any unforgiveness that you want. And we just hand it over to God and say, I love you, I bless you, and I let you go. For you no longer serve me. For I am the light. And in that light, there is no darkness. There's only love. There's only joy. There's only faith. There's only prosperity. So I choose to stand in my faith today. I choose to put my faith in God, knowing that when I do that, that I am protected, that I am safe, that I am loved and blessed. And there's no one in the outer world that can take that feeling away from me. So I put my faith and trust in God. And it doesn't matter what the world looks like or what my life looks like. No one can take away my faith in God. No one can take away my joy. No one can take away my love or my laughter. Because I am strong in the Lord and the power of His might. So today I choose to remember how powerful I am. When I do that, I can feel God's love. I can feel that energy and life that is within me. And and I know who I am. I am a divine expression of God. I am made in His image and His likeness. So today, I choose to live that way. I choose to be the light. I choose to be that radiant center of light and peace and love. And I put my faith in that light. For when I turn on the light, there is no darkness. There is no chaos. There is nothing except the power and presence of God. So let's just take this moment and reclaim our power, reclaim our joy, reclaim our faith in God in the silence. So let yourself become aware of your surroundings. Hear the music James is playing. Wrap all that light under the soles of your feet so you're grounded. And always remember you have your sword of denial and affirmations, so that we stay in this beautiful place of light and love and peace. That you have been given a new white stone with a new name that reminds you that you are the love and the joy and the beauty and the peace of the world. So we put our faith in God, and we know that we are safe. We know that we are loved. We know that we are blessed. So we just say, thank you, God, for your presence is here, and I am in the midst of it. Amen.
I see trees of green,